Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be a video response to Jeff Kempen, his 500 subscribers contest. As always, I want to first and foremost start off by saying, Jeff, congrats on the 500 subs. Definitely a huge, great milestone to hit. And great contest idea. Another one that kind of started out by, oh, yeah, it's kind of simple. I can knock that one out pretty quick. Start digging, start looking, start picking stuff out, and all of a sudden you're making it so much more complicated. But definitely a great idea. So glad I have a chance to kind of, come and pay tribute to your channel here and do a response to your contest. But I believe he named it Rifftastic, where basically he just said, kind of show me 5 of your favorite riffs, And typically what I do with most videos is when you kind of get a question, I just go through and start pulling out stuff. It's almost like another excuse to look through my collection or dig through my collection and just pull out a number of different things I think would fit in that answer. And that's why oftentimes I end up showing more than just a number, because I feel like, oh, I've already pulled it out, might as well show it. And it also makes me put things in the listening rotation maybe I haven't listened to in a while. So kind of did that the same thing again. So with riffs here, of course, we tend to automatically go towards guitar. So I try to stay away from all like metal and hard rock stuff. So I do have a few kind of honorable mentions on the rock side of things that I want to share. But then mainly my picks come from bass guitar, where bass is kind of the more of the punching lead in the song. And then another stack that's just kind of various things, horns, synth, blah, blah, blah. So those honorable mention rock ones that I want to show, number 1, The Strokes, the song You Only Live Once. I think that guitar piece inside of that is, I think there's so much funk hidden in that. I'm not even sure they realize how funky that guitar piece / riff is inside of that song, and I love it. Next one, Overkill, the song Stone Cold Jesus. Probably my favorite song by them, and I love that riff to death. And I think there's no better example, well, maybe going to some Sabbath stuff, but really there's no better example than the perfect mixture of blues and metal coming together than the riff of Stone Cold Jesus by Overkill. One more honorable mention there, The Stooges, Down the Street. That's the song I want to mention on that. Again, a very simple, straightforward kind of riff, but that's probably my favorite Stooges song. And then last but not least, Wolfmother, 10,000 Feet. It's a song I'm picking off of this album, which again, is just that heavy, straightforward, very Black Sabbath heavy kind of drop D tuning. I mean, I don't know, it's just one of those riffs that I just think is just as heavy as it gets. Love it. So those are some of the rock ones I wanted to just kind of show and put out there, just because I feel like they need to be mentioned even on the honorable mention status. So let's go into the bass guitar. Okay, so these are some of my favorite songs, favorite riffs, where this song is kind of driven by the bass guitar. And we're going to start off with the Talking Heads here. Great classic album there. And of course, the song I'm going with off of here is Psycho Killer. And I mean, Martina, I mean, her bass and then that song, I mean, she just keeps that thing trucking the entire time. So that's definitely one of my favorite riffs, and her, her contribution to that song, or her guidance, I should say, of that song with her bass guitar playing. Another one here too, and you find this in a lot of his songs, Billy Ocean. I am a huge Billy Ocean fan. I love his stuff, and most of his, or a lot of his stuff, was driven by bass guitars. So if you want to hear some nice funky bass, flowing, you go check out the song Love Zone by Billy Ocean. I mean, that song is just riding the bass all the way through. So definitely one of my favorite riffs there will be the bass guitar in the song Love Zone by Billy Ocean. Another good one from a bass guitar lead, the band Flesh for Lulu. And this is Long Live the New Flesh, and it's the song I Go Crazy. A lot of people maybe kind of, if you're not familiar with that song, if you've seen the movie, is it Some Kind of Wonderful? I'm getting my 80s movies mixed up. If you've seen the movie Some Kind of Wonderful, you've definitely heard that song. But yeah, again, just another awesome, awesome bass-driven type of song. Awesome bass riff. And equally, the guitar riff is just as awesome inside of the song. But great, great track there. And of course, you know, bass, you got to go to the funk side of things. I mean, there's a billion things I could have picked out by Sly and the Family Stones. I decided not to do that. I mean, like, Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself is a perfect example. But I decided to go with Do It Till You Satisfied by BT Express. And it's the song Do It Till You Satisfied. I mean, you know, you talk about a bass just, ooh, just driving this song. So awesome, awesome riff there. And then just two more here on the bass side. Gonna go with Premise here. This is the Brown album, and it's the song Shake Hands with Beef. That's another awesome, awesome bass riff. And again, that bass just completely holds that song down the entire way. Has such a funky groove to it. So that's also an awesome, awesome riff. And last but not least, on the bass side, we have John Paul Young, Love Is in the Air, and the title track, Love Is in the Air. Kind of more on the soft rock disco side of things, but again, the bass guitar riff inside of that, love it, love it, love it. So, another nice selection of my wackiness. Sometimes it hits me when I start looking at the stacks of stuff that I pull out. And last but not least, I want to kind of do some of the more non-traditional guitar type of some of my favorite riffs there. So I got about 5 here as well. Well, I guess this is kind of, well, Peter Gabriel. And I'm going to go with the song Salisbury Hill. You know, and again, you have a kind of a guitar type of riff going there, but I think more so it's the horns that I'm thinking about on that song. So Salisbury Hill is definitely one. There's actually a few you could pick by him too. I mean, yeah, we'll leave it there. I'll Salisbury Hill for that one. Isaac Hayes. Album Don't Let Go, and it's the title track Don't Let Go, and it's the horns again, the intro horns on this, as well as the horns coming out of the chorus. I mean, it's an awesome riff. It's just basically 2 different notes that it's playing, but that riff completely holds this song down. So definitely got to go with that one. Again, more on the synth side here, going with Neon Indians. And it's the song Polish Girl. I'm not even sure. I guess it's a synth, like a keyboard, but the riff inside of that song, love it, love it, love it. Definitely my favorite song and my favorite album by Neon Indian right there. So Polish Girl would be that one. Again, a ton of them you can pick by this band too, when you talk about favorite synth riffs. But you know, we have Depeche Mode here. This is Construction Time again, and it's the song "Lovin' Itself." I think that riff is totally awesome, and not necessarily the riff that goes through the chorus. I'm sorry, that goes through the verse, but the riff that's surrounded by the chorus. I think that synth riff is just, oh my goodness, freaking awesome. And last but not least, we're gonna go with little John Coltrane, "A Love Supreme," and it's the first track, and the riff really there is revolving around the bass. You know, not the bass guitar, but the actual standing bass, and again that riff just, it puts that song into motion from the first second, and it carries it all the way through to the very end. So there you go, man. As always, I couldn't keep myself narrowed to 5. I apologize, but hopefully in the spirit of the the Rifftastic video, you saw some stuff in there maybe that you liked. And as always, I hope there's something maybe that I introduced somebody to. That's always fun, because I know I learn so much from you guys by watching your videos. But yeah, Jeff, man, congratulations on the 500 subs. Glad I had a chance to jump on board, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, VC.